The rebuilding stages of a high school football program aren't always the prettiest. However, when the opportunity arose for Dan Chipka to take a team that lost 10 games in one season and attempt to rebuild it, he didn't back down. Coach Chipka is now going into his second season with the St. Francis Knights and still has the same energy and enthusiasm he had when he started the job. The Knights are hungry for some wins coming into the 2018 season, and Dan Chipka is the man that will see to it that his team wins. Coach Chipka, when do you sense that football season is around the corner?
Right around the time that track gets to championship season, watching all the boys and the district championship right here at St. Francis. That's when the juices start pumping, and that it's football is right around the corner.
When you inherited the St. Francis team, the prior season they had the worst season in school history. They lost 10 games. What was the first thing you said to that team when you officially took reins?
Just identifying the plan, from a daily operations standpoint, that there's a plan in place every single day for everyone in the program to get better and to start hitting on our goals right away.
What were those goals you first set for a team that didn't have much to go off? What were those goals?
Just right away, just getting involved in the strength and conditioning program, strength and speed. We have a very regimented and complex program, and getting the boys competing. Shortly after, I think a month and a half after I was hired, we were competing in the regional strength competition and did well, finished third, which a year of growth ahead to this year. We finished first place this year, so already seeing the fruits of our labors in one calendar year pay off.
Prior to St. Francis, you spent time with Waite, rebuilding that program. Why did you decide to sign on to another program that would need every ounce of your guidance to go into it?
Sure, we were getting things on the right track and moving in the right direction at Waite, and it was exciting times. It was a very difficult decision for me to leave, but the support, the tradition, the mystique of St. Francis really appealed to me, and as I got further into the interview process, I knew that this was the place that I had to be.
When you go back and you go to your playbook or wherever you write down your notes and you think of where this team needs to be and where they've been, how do you approach that big task at hand?
Wow. Really it's just boiling it down to the fundamentals of football. It hasn't changed in over 100 years. Just blocking well, tackling well, and taking care of the football. One of the things that we've emphasized more than anything is taking care of the ball and eliminating our turnovers and getting the ball back on defense. We did a great job of that. Malachi had one fumble all year with over 260 carries, so that's quite impressive. And if you can do that, you're going to put yourself in a situation to have success and be competitive in each and every one of your games.
How has mentality really come in to play a factor? You have the physical part, you guys are working on your physicality, but to get these guys to see the light at the end of the tunnel, to believe in themselves, how do you begin to do that?
Sure, the psychological approach is huge to the sport, to any sport, but particularly with the sport of football. We spend a lot of time on that. I'm sure the players, it comes on deaf ears at some point, because I'm always emphasizing the things that we ought to be thinking about, holding each and every one of the players accountable to the process and to the plan that we've put in place for player development. So psychologically, it's huge. We don't talk about, for instance, we don't talk about the weather, because the weather can distract you from what you need to do in order to put yourself in a position to succeed and then your team to succeed. So I think just focusing and harnessing in on the process that it takes to be successful and eliminating all distractions is probably supreme in the psychological approach.
It's been said your enthusiasm and your connection to the players is really what helped Waite turn around their program. It's what's going to help rebuild this program. Why are those two factors something that you really bring to the forefront of your team?
Well, I guess I go back to my college days with Tyson Veit. He was the head coach at Bluffton University. I played under him for 2 years. And he is now Matt Campbell's right-hand man at Iowa State, and he really instilled a lot of good coaching values with me, and the three biggest being your attitude, your effort, and your enthusiasm. So if it's been said that I'm an enthusiastic coach, they're spot on. I try to bring the juice, as we say around here, each and every day, and we really feel like that's infectious, that it'll spill into your players and the entire program.
Is bring the juice your team mantra for this year?
Yeah, I even say it, if you don't got the juice, fake it. Don't let me know.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, enthusiasm is everything because you can control that. You can also control your effort and your attitude. So really those three things being the pillars of our organization, our football program, if you can control the controllables, then you'll be in a great position to succeed on the football field, in the classroom, and in life.
Where do you think your team can really succeed in this upcoming season?
Well, last year we were competitive in nearly all of our games. Week 1 against Anthony Wayne, being our first game, kind of slipped away from us shortly after halftime. But in all the other games, in 9 games, we were very competitive, had our shots to win. So certainly we don't prepare to lose. We're going into each and every game a 10-week war with winning the game being the supreme goal. And it's been a fair amount of years since St. Francis has had a week 11, so that's always the goal. It's the goal for every team in Northwest Ohio and in the state of Ohio, but something that we've talked about in our team meetings, our staff meetings, and we take very seriously.